group discussion, because the modern times group discussion is the part and parcel of every interview process. Earlier we know that for the government post, especially banks, the insurance company insurance company there was no need of group discussion. Today even they are also insisting on group discussion. Earlier group discussion was needed basically for those people who were doing MBA, but today it has become common for all type of jobs. Many of the people, students who are very quiet during the college days, they find it they find it very difficult when they are asked for or when they are entering into a group discussion. Because why the companies are insisting on group discussion, or why the bank is insisting for group discussion? The group discussion shows your leadership skill. How you are able to talk in a group. This is showing your leadership skill. To become a manager, okay, to become a team leader, naturally you require leadership quality. But the question is, madam, we have heard about group discussions and everything. In BC, we have studied also. Sometimes you might have studied, I'm not sure. But group discussion, there are certain guidelines. Don't think that just going in a group and talking the manner in which you want, even if you know the subject, it is not acceptable. Group discussion got certain fundamental guidelines. So first today we will talk the guidelines for group discussion. I am using GD. So group discussion ka first guideline is dress. What do you mean by that, children? You should always wear appropriate and comfortable dress when you go for a group discussion. Please remember, appropriate. What is the meaning? Suiting to the occasion. Preferably formal dress, because you are going for an official group discussion interview. So the dress has to be quite, appropriate. You cannot wear a shabby dress, or you cannot wear jeans and that stuff and go for a group discussion. It should be appropriate, and you should be very comfortable. We know that if the dress is very tight or very loose, we are not comfortable. That takes or that affects our mood. So what is very important is you should go in a formal dress. Second, the size of the dress should be very comfortable, children. Second, 1 minute, children. चल रहा है. Sorry, children, I got an urgent call. Second point, what we were insisting is body language. Children, this is something which is very important. When you go for an interview, when you go for a group discussion, body language means, please understand and remember, is till you get a job, sit straight and in a comfortable position. This is the very crucial point for group discussion. Sit straight and be comfortable. Because your gestures, your body expressions will be noticed. I don't know whether you are aware about the procedures of group discussion. Nowadays, the current scenario mean there will be a room for group discussion where 5 or 6 of you, maybe 10 or 12 of you, it will be divided into group and you will be sitting and talking. Sometimes there will not be anybody to observe you. But remember, the entire thing is getting recorded. So the interviewer or the company person, they will be observing or they will be watching this recording video later. So there, your body language, how you are sitting, what type of gestures you are using, and your facial expression, everything is very, very important. Then third is seriousness. This is, children, please understand very carefully. Please take group discussion in a serious manner because you have not gone for a time pass. Remember, this is not a classroom group discussion where others are enjoying, others are laughing, you are also saying something. This is a formal group discussion that is for your job. So you have to become the manager or you have to become the leader tomorrow. Naturally, you have to be serious. You can be humorous at times, but you cannot be humorous always. Please remember that. You should have that basic seriousness that shows how you will be taking your responsibilities. Now, group discussion mean what will be observed is this. Your leadership skill. I already told you, group discussion has been organized basically for evaluating your leadership skill. As far as I am concerned, there are many students, including you. You will not start the discussion. You will wait others to start. So then that means you are not a leader. Madam, nobody is starting. Why are you bothering? You start. So in any group discussion, no need of anybody to ask you to start or anybody to start. You yourself can start it. Because that is the quality of a leader. Because leader will not find fault with everybody. Please understand that. Leader will find solution to every problem. That is the characteristics of a leader. So the judge is always looking for leadership quality of a participant. Say for example, any topic is given. Okay. Let us, only one example I am telling you. The farmers' agitation in the border of the country. Suppose that is the group discussion topic. So one person has to get up and say, yes, friends, good morning. Today our topic of discussion is farmers' agitation in the Delhi UP border for months together. Okay. Then he will be giving an introduction. From there, the next person will start the talk. Then other person will talk. And there will be some etiquettes. Generally, when one is talking, other person will not interfere. Please remember that. You might not have liked the views of a particular person. All right, that is his viewpoint. But you cannot interfere and say whatever you are saying is wrong. If there is a leadership quality, if somebody tries to interfere, you will stop. Because everybody should be given fair chance. Please remember that. Okay. So how can you show the leadership quality? As I told you, always you remember, you write and you keep it. First, I told you, take the lead to speak first. take the lead to speak first. This, out of my so many years of teaching experience, I have not seen among our students. Always waiting others to start. Always waiting, never wait, I told you. If you have to come up in life, if you have, or if you want good job, good salary, and everything, you have to become the leader. You cannot always go behind somebody. Please remember that. So first, you try to become the leader. Second is coordinating the discussion. Yes, this is children. I will explain a little bit. मैडम ये तो हमको आता नहीं है, किसको भी आता नहीं है, सब कुछ आने पर आप इंटरव्यू के लिए नहीं जाएगा. What is the meaning of coordinating the discussion? I told you, for example, this farmers' agitation in the border. This is happening for months together. So in your group, somebody will be supporting the farmer. In your group, somebody will not be supporting the farmer. Sometimes there will be clash between the speakers. So you as the leader, you have to coordinate. You have to see that everybody got an opportunity to talk and they can talk also. Then there is another common problem. What you see is some people are crossing the time limit. Generally, the time limit will be given, or the leader himself will decide the time limit. 3 minutes is given in the first round. One person is going on talking for 5 minutes. All are getting irritated, but nobody is telling. But as a leader, you have to tell, sorry, my dear friend, your time is over. In the next round, you will be given the time to talk. This is your coordinating spirit. Please remember. And I told you, resolving the dispute. Sometimes in group discussion, there will be dispute. For example, somebody will interfere in the middle. They are not following the rules. So the person who is speaking gets irritated. So as a leader, you have to pacify both the parties. Leader will not sit and enjoy because others are fighting. Please remember that. That is not the quality of a leadership. Leader has to interfere and resolve the problem. And as a leader, once your turn is over, you should allow others to speak. This is a very essential quality. All the time, leader himself should not speak. Allow others to speak and you listen. So these are the quality of a leadership. This is what company will be observing when you are participating in the group discussion. You always remember that. Then next point what we are talking is courtesy. I told you while talking that courtesy is very important. You should be humble and you should use polite words. Please remember, this is very, very essential. I am sorry to state, Bombay students are very smart, no doubt at all. They are quite capable of participating in group discussion. The only issue sometimes it can happen is the improper words, what we are using. Because normal, when you are talking in your class, when you have participated in the college group discussion, that is a different thing. It is not a very official one. When you are participating in an official group discussion, you have to be very polite. Please remember that. I'm just rubbing. Next is communication skill. This you are aware, this is the heartbeat of group discussion. A person should know how to speak. Maybe 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes. And general argument, madam, time ही नहीं मिला, time मिलने पर मैं ये करता था, वो करता था. Nobody is bothering what you will do. Everybody is bothered what have you done when the time is given to you. That's what, how can a person speak within 3 minutes? Your point should be ready. And you should talk, you should hit the target. You should not go on beat around the bush. Please remember that. Talk to the point. That is the communication skill. That is, you should not speak very fast. You should not speak very slow. Your voice should be moderate and it should cover maximum points. I told you, for example, like poor performance of India in Olympics. Suppose this is a topic for group discussion. You should know that what you are going to talk. You should write down the points and to the point you will have to talk. So this is what you will have to practice. On a fine day, going and sitting in a group discussion and talking whatever you want to talk, naturally you cannot expect that you are selected. For all MBA selection, group discussion is a must because MBA is grooming the leaders. So the person should be communicative. This is very important. Another, I don't think this, how many of you are having and how many of you will agree with me. Convincing skill. Children, what do you mean by convincing skill? Convincing skill means how you are able to convince the judge. Sometimes in the group discussion, judge is known as moderator. We will call moderator. Moderator is also doing the job of a judge. So the moderator or the judge should be convinced and you require a skill for that. For example, don't think that, madam, wo person is always first. He is always having O grade. I am really afraid, madam. I told you your academic grade never comes in group discussion. Please remember. Group discussion means what is counted is the communication skill. And what is more important is the convincing skill. I told you, you take the example about this farmers' agitation in the northern border. Okay, sometimes you will not be supporting the farmer. Majority will be supporting the farmer. 1 minute. Who is putting song for me? Okay. So what is important is everybody will be supporting the farmer. You are the person, sometimes you may not be supporting the farmer. But you got the convincing skill, okay, to convince the judge. So automatically you are selected. So after coming outside, your friends or others will be telling he is the only one who was, against the farmer, still he is selected. The question is who is with the farmer, who is against the farmer is not the question. Question is what is your convincing skill. You take the case of an advocate, criminal advocate. He knows that his client has done a criminal mistake. But he is so capable, the advocate is arguing in such a manner that, the accused is convicted. Usko judge chodta hai. What is the reason? The advocate got convincing skill. Advocate ko मालूम है वो judge को कैसा समझाने का. So children, convincing skill is something which is very important. Please remember that. Next one is, this is very, very important. India mein, we have to be very careful. Avoid controversial statement. In any group discussion, children, this is very, very important. Be careful also. Avoid controversial statement. I told you, there are, especially when the, religious matter comes. Say, for example, this Afghanistan's problem, Taliban issues in Afghanistan. Women are not given freedom, etc., etc. So these are all controversial statements. So you have to be very careful when you are participating in group discussion. Always you remember, never support a religion, never oppose a religion, never support a particular group, never support the political parties. Because a leader should know how to manage the things irrespective of religion, irrespective of the caste. Please remember. So, controversial statement has to be avoided. Madam, गलती से आ गया. गलती से आ जाने पर आपको कोई उधर job नहीं देगा. Please remember. You are going for a job interview. So, you have to practice it very well. That's the reason I am telling you. हमारा normal conversation में we got the habit. वो ऐसा ही है, वो religious group ऐसा ही है. Don't develop a talk like that, because it will become a habit. The same thing you will do in the group discussion. So in the group discussion, what is important is your statement should be general. Please remember, never try to accuse a religion, a state, a region. Never do all these things, because this is not the quality of a good leader. Now, this I don't know how many of my dear children are aware. Look here, this is something children you will have to do. Take down the points. And हम कौन सा point किधर लिखेगा? Generally, whenever you are going for a group discussion, some papers, that blank papers will be kept in the table. You will be, some people are giving even the blank papers and the pencil. Otherwise, if you are having the pen, you can use it. लेकिन लिखेगा क्या? See, you will have to take the main points of what others are talking. What is the reason? You cannot repeat the point. You have to stop. Sorry, you have to start where others are stopping. So you have to be very careful. Suppose that there are 7 members or 8 members in a group. Your position is a 7th position. So 6 people have already talked. So you should have taken, or you should take down the main points, what others have talked, so that there will not be repetition and there will be flow of the conversation. Children, so this is something very important. What is the meaning? Take down the point. Iska meaning kya hai, children? What did I say? Take down the point. आवाज किधर गया? जब नहीं चाहिए म्यूजिक बचाएगा, बाकी सब कुछ आएगा. हाँ, ये batsman. Okay, tell me. Take down the points का meaning क्या है? What did I say? क्या लिखा है देखते हैं. Correct. Important points you'll have to take down. It is very, very, very important. Why? Already you are nervous and you will be forgetting what others have talked. Same point again and again you are talking. So you will be rejected. So you have to see that you are taking down the points. That is very important. Because sometimes in the group discussion, important points you will have to take down. Why? Sometimes at the end में आपको summarize करना पड़ेगा. Okay, or yours is the last turn. So you will have to cover up what all others have talked. So this is something which is very important. Then everywhere you are seeing that time management. Okay, children, please stick to this. Though it is a repetitive thing, this is the most important in every discussion. For example, in the beginning, they will be talking the guidelines. When they talk the guidelines, there itself they will tell. Each participant will be given 3 minutes. मैडम मैंने सोचा कि 10 मिनट देगा करके मैंने ऐसा प्रिपेयर करके गया. आपको कौन बोलता है ऐसा सोचने के लिए? Nobody will be giving you 10 minutes, 20 minutes and half an hour. Maximum 5 minutes will be given. So within that 5 minutes, you will have to jot down the main points and you will have to talk. That's the reason we were telling take down the points. Suppose you are the first speaker. Even then you have to plan out the points. Okay, not only that last speaker, you will have to take down the points. Even if you are the first speaker, you will have to take down the points. What you are going to talk. And once your speech is over, what others are talking. Because sometimes there will be preliminary round, then there will be final round. So you will have to be very careful when you are attending the group discussion. These are the main points of group discussions. You will say, madam, we are getting afraid. I told you there is nothing to get afraid. Suppose that, and by the way, I forgot to ask you, how you will prepare the points for group discussion. This is something important. The content, how you will be preparing the content for group discussion. I told you have to read. The best way is, if nowadays online newspapers are available, you will have to read online newspapers, or you will have to read good books like Competition Success Review. Competition Success Review generally every month. If it is a fortnightly, Okay, otherwise in every edition, they will give one topic for group discussion, IAS Kavagera. Okay, so that what will happen is you come to know that which are the latest topic which can be asked, so that you are preparing. In addition to that, you are searching in the Google and you are adding more and more points, and you have to practice. You will be standing before the mirror and you will be practicing. Suppose that ये सब madam मुश्किल होता है, then there are some good institutes which are providing you training. You can join there. They will take a number of dummy group discussions. By the way, your confidence will improve. But at one line, I wanted to conclude, group discussions are something which is quite professional. Please remember, you cannot take the group discussion in a light manner. मैडम इंटर कॉलेजिएट इवेंट में हमने ग्रुप डिस्कशन में पार्टिसिपेट किया है, मैं फर्स्ट भी आ गया. That is a very different thing, because intercollegiate group discussion you should participate because it is giving you a chance to learn the things, but that is not a professional forum. Okay, there you and your group and your friends, friends from the other college or age, the same people of your age are sitting, so there you can be little bit informal. But when you are going for a admission, IIM's admissions you are going, Indian Institute of Management admissions you are going, and there is a group discussion, you have to be highly professional children, highly professional. So remember all these points and prepare, keep it somewhere. Take down all these points and keep it ready in your mobile. And how you will prepare for group discussion, you have to read. That is something, without reading, nobody can by heart and go for group discussion, because day-wise, week-wise, month-wise issues are changing. So any topics can be asked. Okay, so this is what I wanted to speak to you. If there is any doubt, try to